governments, Western governments, including the British government, were going to run enormous deficits. They were going to give out enormous amounts of money. Now, my history at that time and now was as a trader who makes a lot of money by understanding how inequality affects the economy. So when I knew that the government's going to give out £500 billion, £1 trillion, the only thing that I care about is who's going to end up with £1 trillion. That's the only thing I care about. And I think, honestly, the most amazing thing I've ever seen happen in my whole life was a situation where we knew years in advance that the government was going to give out £1 trillion, and not a single person in government, in the media, in academia, in opposition, said who is going to get £1 trillion richer. It was amazing. So I did.
Well, because everybody thought that money was going to ordinary people to pay their wages, which it did.
Exactly, and this is a very good point. This is a really, really good, and this is exactly, I remember sitting on the sofa with my girlfriend at the time, racking my brains, because this was the narrative. The narrative was government's giving out loads of money, but it's going to ordinary people. But if you look at the ordinary people, they're not getting richer because, and this was the mystery, if the government's getting poorer, somebody has to get richer. This is the way money works. It has the balance. So if government's losing £1 trillion, someone has to get £1 trillion. The narrative is it's going to furloughed workers, but furloughed workers are not accumulating hundreds of thousands of pounds, which they would have to be doing. So I was scratching my head and I was like, it was kind of like a bit of a Sherlock Holmes mystery. Where is this money going?